Hi spooky friends, Brian and Meredith here, Viking Cat Paranormal. We're here in Antietam Battlefield for our daytime investigation. Right here is Bloody Lane up to the tower, and we're going to start our investigation. So I don't know what we're going to start with, guys. If you want to start with the Spirit Talker, we brought our DVR. We have our just a few items, our EMF, which I'm going to get started here. EMF, spirit box. There are people here, just so everyone's aware. And our EVP recorder. I brought the cat balls, some cat balls as well. Going to hook up my little mini microphone. I have to set it up with the Bluetooth. Evening. Right off the bat, we got evening. I'm gonna take this pop off so I can put it on the tripod. There we go. It's really beautiful here. If you think back to the 1800s, I'm sure it wasn't very beautiful. There we go. Oh, I got it. Got you flipped. There we go. We found some shade over here by the tree in Bloody Lane. Ronald, were you here during the Civil War? Did you pass away? Holding the EMF in my hand, guys. It's kind of bouncing between 2 and 3. So I don't know if it's picking up. My phone is kind of far enough away. I've had this thing where it's closer to my phone and not picking up anything. It's kind of in between Meredith and I's phones, so it really shouldn't be picking up anything. There's nothing else, there's no other devices around it, so it's just kind of going bouncing back and forth. So that's kind of interesting. There's no power lines or anything here, so there's really no reason for it to be fluctuating like that. But I don't know, as we move along, I'm going to keep this thing running to see if we pick up any kind of energies.
Thank you for listening.
You're very welcome. Is there anything you'd like to tell us? Do you get a lot of people here that want to talk and listen? Let's set the EMF down. Oh, it's just steady at 3 when I set it down. 4. It's kind of
between 4 and 3 over here.
so it went from 2 and 3 to 4 and 3 over there.
Or right here. 3.
Why don't you ask some questions on the Spirit Talker? I'm going to move around a little bit.
I was hung.
Just said I was hung. Walk with me, guys. I'm going to walk with the EMF here, right here on Bloody Lane. Bloody Lane, for you guys that don't know, is where I actually don't know the exact number, but I think it was at least 1,000, maybe more, soldiers that died from both sides. I got a solid 4 reading, 3 and 4 reading. It's really interesting that I'm picking up EMF here, since there's absolutely no power here whatsoever. If you've ever been to Antietam, there's no power lines, there's no power whatsoever here. There's no lights, no nothing. So to be picking up EMF at all is interesting. Last night we had the EMF on when we were doing our investigation, and it just stayed at 0, and we had all that equipment surrounding the EMF and it didn't go off at all. right here, the little pathway I'm walking towards is the roulette house. I don't think we've actually been down that way. Just walking a little bit. Again, it's bouncing between 3 and 4. Seems like Bloody Lane is the real hot. She just got a man attacks people on the Spirit Talker.
Who attacks people?
I just got a
Do you
5.
have a name?
It's got it spiked to 5. Now it's 4 and 5 going back and forth. I just got it sitting right here in the grass. What man attacks people? It's still bouncing between 4 and 5. It's just sitting right here in the grass. Nothing's even near it. Like I was just telling them, it was sitting right there around all of our equipment last night and it didn't go off at all last night. And I'm telling you, there is nothing around here that puts off any EMF, you know, like electricity or anything. There's just nothing. This is a battlefield. Can you come over and touch my little device right here?
Cheers.
Chairs.
There's 2 guys sitting right over there in chairs.
Talking about the park rangers.
2 park rangers are sitting over on the other side of the hill in chairs.
Recording on the digital recorder.
Recording on the EVP recorder now.
You
Can you?
have 2 different ways you can talk to us. I have a Spirit Talker in my right hand and a machine in my left hand that can pick up your voice that we can record and listen to later. Whatever's easier for you to communicate. Throw my phone down into a bloody lane.
I'll get it. It's a bloody phone and bloody lane. There you go.
Glynis.
Glynis.
Glynis? That's a name.
Is it?
I don't know. Glynis. Have you guys ever heard that? Is that a person's name?
Let me pause on this and look that up.
We're gonna pause for a second and look up Glynis.
I still have the recorder in my hand if you want to talk.
In the meantime, if you see this right here with the orange and black, if you come put your hand or anything on that, it'll spike up and I'll be able to know you're here with us. All you gotta do is get close to this device right here. And it's gonna let me know you're here with us. Phone's not working? What's wrong? Maybe
It's like
restart it?
playing.
Maybe from dropping it? I mean, you didn't drop it very hard, but still.
It just rolled down the hill.
It just kind of rolled, but still, I mean, it could be just that. So her phone did just roll a little bit down the hill, but now it's all freezing up and glitching really bad. I don't know if that's paranormal or not, but you know, just noteworthy. Yeah, her phone is a piece of crap. Try restarting it.
I'm not letting
Do you see this device right here?
It is a name.
Can you just come over and get close to it? That's all you have to do is get close to it. You don't even have to touch it. And what it's going to do is it's going to tell us that you're here with us.
Yeah, it is a name because I'm getting an actress from early 1920s.
Is that the only thing that comes up when you type in that name?
Literally everything.
So when she types in that name, the only thing that comes up is an old actress from the 1920s. I don't really know what that could mean, but maybe you guys can figure it out. I don't know. We'll do some more research later. Usually what we do is try to research something in the moment, but also go back later and do like a greater dig on things. That's okay. Still just hanging around 5. Haven't seen any big spikes yet. I'd be interested to see as we walk down Answer crawling all over me, Bloody Lane, if it does anything. Other thing that's noteworthy, guys, it's pretty windy today, so you know, just keep that in your mind. If you hear something windy, it's just the wind. So some things can be debunked by the wind today. That's actually a good thing because it's hot as hell out here today.
Can you tell me who Glynis is? It's a woman's name. Are you a military field nurse?
It's definitely an old name.
Unknown.
Unknown. Okay. So you don't know who Glynis is? Must have been a different spirit talking.
Frank.
Frank.
So what about being quiet?
I think they're trying to be quiet. Please.
Yeah, they're also looking.
That's okay.
Oh my God, there's ants everywhere.
Frank.
Of course, I find.
Hi, Frank. What's
Yeah,
your last
contact.
What's your last name, Frank?
Do you want to make contact with us?
Are you making contact with us? I think at some point we should get up and start walking down Bloody Lane with the spirit talker and the EMF going.
It'd be better if there weren't so many people also walking.
I know. We'll wait for the people to kind of clear out, see what we can get. There's multiple people kind of walking around. It is Saturday. We could also switch to the spirit box at some point too. Still hanging around 5. That's interesting because it started at fluctuating between 2 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 3. Then it was 4 and 3, 4 and 3, 4 and 3. Oh, just went to 6. Just shot up to 6. Back to 5. Now it's 4 and 5, 4 and 5, 5 and 6, 5 and 6. It keeps going.
Literally just sitting there on the ground.
Yeah, it's just sitting there on the ground, nothing around it. 6, 5, 6, 4, 5.
Can you make that go to 8?
I gotta stand up, guys. These ants are attacking me. Can you make this, like Meredith said, can you make this device go up to 8? So we gotta do is get close to this. Just come stand right in front of me. Come stand right in front of me and make this go to 8, okay? Just shut off for a second. I had to turn it back on.
Is the screen timed out or?
No, it shut off. So it just the EMF just completely shut off. I had to turn it back on. It's full battery. It's got a full battery. That was weird. I thought for a second it just timed out. But it didn't. I had to press and hold to turn it back on.
We turned off our device.
Set it back down on the ground. Agatha, did you turn off our device? It's pretty interesting. You did ask. You turned off our device, and we got Agatha right away. Again, an older name. Interesting to note, the names that we've gotten so far are older names than we are on Antietam. Very, like she said, very much older. So that's just something interesting to note here.
Agatha, who are you? Why are you here?
Agatha, did you live here on the property at some point? Like,
Did your leg get injured?
Agatha, what happened to your leg? I'm surprised how quiet it's being.
I know.
It's such a place with so much loss. Maybe we need to move further down Bloody Lane. So no, we're at the point of Bloody Lane right now where like I said, what was it called? The roulette house down this path over here. So we're gonna kind of pack up our bag. I'm gonna set you guys down for a second. Pack up our bag, put everything that we're not gonna hold in our hands. Put this back on my bag. She's gonna continue with the EVP recorder and the spirit talker. And I am gonna hold the EMF and we're gonna go down Bloody Lane, guys. Switch hands. Sorry if it gets too bright, guys. It is sunny as all hell out here. Is there anybody walking with us down Bloody Lane right now? Whew, just a vibe walking down here. It's just so much energy, you can feel it. Every time I come here, I walk down this Bloody Lane right here, every single time. All the way up to that tower. Right here in this little areas where all those bodies laid dead. This is where they stacked them all up.
I'm very lonely here.
She just got, I'm very lonely here. Well, you can come walk with us, talk to us.
Devil.
Devil? What do you mean? Still staying at 5 all the way up Bloody Lane. I can't begin to describe how humid it is out here.
Evil.
Devil and evil is the last two things we got as we're walking through Bloody Lane.
Did all the death here attract something otherworldly?
So right up here, as we're getting closer to the tower here in Antietam, is where some years back there was a group of school children with their teacher from Stream. Okay. Saying they heard, and I forget, I apologize, I don't remember what the term was. I'm sure maybe you guys remember, but there was a term used by the Irish Brigade here. That was their kind of fight word. And when they went into battle, that was their battle cry. And these kids heard it, clear as day, all of them. They went and told your teacher because they thought it was weird that they heard these guys, out of nowhere, and they were by themselves.
Beware of the man. What man?
They're talking about this man again. Second time about warning us about a man.
Who is this man?
So I was just going to finish what I was saying. So anyway, they heard this battle cry, but they didn't know that's what it was. Apparently this battle cry sounded very similar to a word used to a Christmas song. So they told their teacher that it was kind of strange because it was like summertime. They heard this Christmas carol. And then the teacher thought, well, that was odd too. And then he thought about it because he was a Civil War buff and realized that it was actually the battle cry of the Irish Brigade. It's one of my favorite stories here.
What truth are they hiding?
Truth? Hiding a truth?
It's that they hide a truth. That they hide the truth.
I'm going to turn off the EMF for right now because it's just staying at 5.
Can you tell us what truth is being hidden?
Take you guys off the selfie stick, flip you around so you can view. This is what's in front of us, kind of reaching the end of the Bloody Lane. There's the tower there. It's beautiful. Just when you know how much death has been here, it's just insane. So right up around here is where those children were years back. I heard the battle cry from the Irish Brigade. Definitely want to go on the tower, right? I'll turn my EMF back on when we get going up the tower.
Myself.
What does that mean?
I said, what truth are they hiding? And I said, myself.
Okay. Yeah, we go right there.
It was myself.
Right there, that statue right there is the Irish Brigade statue. Let me show you. This is exactly what I was talking about. I think this is actually around where they heard the battle cries of the Irish Brigade. It's right here for the Irish Brigade. Guys, I'm gonna turn my EMF back on. Here we are at the observation tower. After you, Ma. Babe. Oh my God, 9. I'm automatically, guys, 8, 9. There's no electricity in here whatsoever. I mean, I don't know if like the iron in here puts off, you know, I don't know. If the iron or like anything in here would put off. There's no actual electricity whatsoever in here. I'm happy to talk. Okay, talk to us. So as you see, guys, it's staying around 8 and 9 the entire since the minute we walked in. Oh, we've got some people coming. Goodbye.
Yeah, okay, thanks, man.
This is kind of cooler in here. Oh, thanks, sir. Thank you. There's Meredith down there. Something in here. It's making the 8 or 9. What do we get?
Many.
Many. Okay, guys, we're at the top. Ooh, excuse that.
It's
I
worth
know, it
it.
was like a
I know,
light.
yeah, I know.
Doesn't feel like, give it like 30 seconds, it'll feel weird.
Check out this view, guys. Trust me, it's worth the walk up. What?
Just said we hear you.
Spirit talker just said we hear you. You hear me talking? Can you tell me what I just said?
This light's make my hair like itches.
Sorry about the wind up here, guys. It's pretty tall and it is a windy day.
Feels better.
It does feel good up here, I'm not gonna lie. Right there between the fences is Bloody Lane. That's where we just walked from. And imagine here back in the 1800s in the Civil War battle, that's where all the bodies were stacked up right there.
There's a station on top of this tower.
Not sure if you heard, Meredith just asked. What steps
Did you
follow?
follow us up here?
Did you follow us from Bloody Lane? I know as soon as we got to the tower, my EMF jumped up. from about 5 to 9. Now here at the top, it's going between 7 and 8. Well, a solid 8 now. 7 and 8. Steps follow. So as soon as we got in
Yeah, I'm
here,
just looking. There's no power lines.
yeah, there's, you gotta look. See, there's just no power whatsoever. You see, there's nothing out there. There's nothing attached to the building. I mean, if you, oh yeah, if you look, let me see if I can zoom in. There's the graveyard right out there. That might be a nightmare. There's, oh, that's me. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry, guys. So anyhow, if you guys were watching the video of us coming in and walking up, and you can tell by looking around, there's no electricity in here whatsoever. There's no lights or anything. Nothing even battery powered. This is the original tower, watchtower here. And, I mean, you can tell me, guys, if like iron and stuff puts out EMF. I don't know. I honestly don't know that. But if it does, maybe that's the reason, because there's a lot of iron in this tower. So maybe that could be why. You know, maybe it's this stuff. I don't know if that puts out EMF, but otherwise, you know, I can't explain the spike in EMF. Badly. There's evil everywhere, badly. That's what we just got up here at the top of the tower.
It said that. It said there's evil everywhere, and it says, including where we are right now, and it said badly.
See, and that's interesting. We're here at the observation tower here at Antietam Battlefield. Why is that so interesting? If it says there's evil everywhere, meaning here in Antietam, and it's badly, we're right here at the top of the observation tower, where we can see the entirety of Antietam. So that kind of makes sense, actually. So obviously there's a lot of negativity here. I mean, there's a lot of horrendous death here. Did it draw in something worse than just that? That's the question here.
Massive genocide typically does lure in things that are not so kind.
Correct. What else are we dealing with here, guys? Is it more than just instant death? Is something else negative here that was brought in because of what happened here? That's what we want to find out.
Did I scare you?
No, you didn't.
Did I scare you, it said.
Very interested in talking to you.
We don't scare very easily. We just want to communicate with you. We want to find out what's going on here. Give you an opportunity to tell us. There's people coming up behind us, guys, just FYI. Morris.
Imagine living in
Morris.
those houses, right?
Morris.
Can you imagine living in those houses right at the top of that hill?
Oh yeah,
Kind of
beautiful.
view that is.
Signal stations 2 miles that way. Frederick 18 miles. Portstown 1 mile. Interesting. It's gone dead silent, guys. Just as soon as other people came up, it just went silent. Minus the wind, of course. I know it does feel good, that
You know,
wind.
my hair is all over the place.
unbelievable what we just got here. I was in the military. I was in the military too. I was in the Army.
That's not a coincidence.
I mean, doesn't that make sense, guys? I was in the military at Antietam battlefield. Can you hold it for a second? I'm gonna get some water. You want some?
I'm okay.
Go get the car and bring it up.
See, now it went down to 6.
Yeah, jumps.
The whole time since we walked in here it was 9, 8, 9. Now it's going down. It's like the whole time it was like it was with us. And then other people came and it's like it kind of went away. It's like it's afraid to talk to anybody else.
No, not really. It's like, not really, because it's not feel like this. Do you find you have options? You got it. Wait.
Now there's a bee flying around up here. Several of them. I just can't get over this view, guys. Imagine being a soldier up here, just looking at this view, and then all of a sudden, you're taking fire. Phew. Crazy. I think that's the house I was talking about earlier. Hi, Mary. What's your last name?
Did you get scared off by other people? Are you still here?
So we're talking to Morris, who we believe was in the military here. We're not really sure which side. I was trying to talk to him, these other people came, I think we scared them off.
Really quiet.
Because it went really quiet, like Meredith just said. But,
My name is Elizabeth.
now we're getting some female names.
Tell me why they were giving it to
What's that? Set you going, guys. I gotta put my bag back on. Spirit just got to jump over here on the EMF.
It's getting higher there. Let's switch sides.
So just up top here, we've gotten several names. Morris, right, was the gentleman we think was in the military. That's what he said, we think. Mary and Elizabeth.
Sculpture.
Are you talking about the sculptures that are down below? Does one of them represent you? Did one of these sculptures down here represent you? It looks like there's a ton of people coming. We should probably head down. Probably head down and head over towards the cannons and the museum to continue our investigation. What do you think? I'm going to pause here, guys, and then pick back up for the rest of the investigation. So, see you soon.